A warm welcome to all my students. In previous class, we learnt about sources. In this chapter, we studied literary sources. And in today's class, we'll learn about oral literature, archaeological sources, in which we'll be learning inscriptions, coins, monuments, and other ruins. Now let's see about oral literature. Oral literature means information that is passed down through the ears by word of mouth from one person to another, like folk story, folk songs, folk legends, ballads, and others. Since the beginning of human life, human beings are passing on their experiences in the form of story, songs, and ballads orally from generation to generation. The folk people have created ballads about their local heroes. For example, there are ballads on Kumararama, the Nayakas of Chitradurga, Kempe Gowda, Tippu Sultan, Sangoli Rayanna, Kitturu Chennamma, Sinduru Lakshmana, Meadows Taylor, and others. Legends mean the local mythological stories or Sthala Puranas. Every place will have their own legends. There are legends behind the names and places like Shravanabelagola, Bengaluru, Koppala, Pattadakkalu, Gokarna, and Mysuru. Similarly, every village and town have their own legends. Children, now did you understand what is oral literature? Now let's move on to archaeological sources. Archaeological sources are the objects of the past that have survived till now, like coins, inscriptions, monuments, and other ruins. Archaeological sources are available not only on the surface of the earth, but also hidden deep in the depths of the earth. The hidden things in the earth are dug out by using scientific methods. This process is called as excavation, and the materials which found are called artifacts. The Harappan civilization came to light only due to the process of excavation. During excavation, ruins of buildings, inscriptions, coins, terracotta pieces, bangles, seals, bone pieces, metal, and other have been found. These are analyzed by applying various scientific methods to understand the life of those times. Now let's see the types of archaeological sources. Archaeological sources are divided into four types. They are inscriptions, coins, monuments, and other ruins. Now let's learn about inscriptions. Inscriptions mean engraved writing. Inscriptions are written on stone, rock, metal, ivory, terracotta, and other materials that last longer. Inscriptions are more reliable source as these have a direct relationship with then events. So, the inscriptions are the more reliable source to write history. Understood? Now, we'll see some examples of inscriptions. Ashoka's inscriptions are the earliest inscriptions found in India. Most of these inscriptions are in Brahmi script. And the language used here is Prakrit. Thousands of inscriptions are found in Kannada, Telugu, Tamil, Sanskrit, and Prakrit languages. We'll see now few of it. Samudragupta's Allahabad pillar inscription, Immadi Pulikeshi's Aihole inscription, Karavela's Hattigumpa inscription, and other inscriptions portray the military achievements of then rulers. The Uttaramerur inscription narrate the rural administration of Chola kings. Apart from this, many political, social, cultural, economic, educational, religious aspects are reflected in these inscriptions. And Halmidi inscription is the first well-known inscription in Kannada. Now let's move on to coins. Numismatics is a study of coins. Though the coins are small in shape, they contain many important aspects. They are helpful in understanding the geographical extent of the ruler's kingdom which minted the coins. They also aid us in knowing the language of administration, titles that the kings possessed, their religion, economic conditions of the times, and metal technology in vogue of the particular kingdoms. Samudragupta had minted 7 different types of gold coins. Based on the pictures on the coins, it is said that Samudragupta was a lover of music and he conducted Ashwamedha Yaga too. Gautamiputra Shatakarni got the name of the Nahapana erased on his coins and engraved his name on them. This supports the view that Gautamiputra had defeated Nahapana. The availability of Roman coins in Bengaluru proves the fact that this region had trade link with Romans 2000 years back. Hence, the coins proves us about the economic condition as well as some information about the then back in time. Now let's learn about monuments. Monuments are the major sources to write history. Palaces, temples, forts and pillars, etc. are the examples of monuments. Meruli's Iron Pillar and Vijaypura's Whispering Gallery in Golgumbas are the evidences of the maturity of then science and technical knowledge. Shah Jahan's Taj Mahal tells the story of love. Chittoggar's Vijayastambha tells the victory of Ranakumbha. The cave pictures you can see in this slide, the cave pictures and engravings of Elephanta, Ellora and Ajanta narrate the mastery over painting and sculpture during their time. The temples of Aihole and Pattadakkalu explain the evolution of Indian temple architecture. The monuments of Nalanda and the architecture of madrasas built by Gawan in Bidar narrate the importance given to education during those times. The fort of Srirangapatna explains the accomplishments in the area of defense technology. Thus, the monuments throw light on the contemporary religious aspects, technology, economic growth, and scientific knowledge and creativity achieved during those times. Now, let's move on to other ruins. Based on various pieces of terracotta, bangles, beads, and seal procured during the examination, one can understand the socio-cultural, economic, political, and religious life of then people. Not only this, one can also understand the food habits and pattern of business of those times. By applying carbon-14 dating procedure on the biological ruins like dead animals, birds, and trees found in these sites, one can arrive at the accurate period of those ruins. So do you know how to apply the C14 radioactive carbon? This should be done only to the biological fossils like tree, birds, plants, and animals. In every being, the C14 and C12 will be present in equal amounts. After the death of the living being, C12 remains constant, but C14 starts losing its volume. It loses half of C14 by 5,700 years. If one can estimate the levels of C12 and C14, one can able to estimate the accurate age of the fossil. Fossils which are 10,000 years old can also be identified using this carbon dating method. So this is the way how the archaeologists are finding out the age of the people or the period of the materials which was found. Buddha stupas came to light during excavations at Sannati in Yadgiri district and Rajagatta of Doddabalapur Taluk. In the excavations conducted at Arikamedu and Pattanam in Tamil Nadu, a large number of evidences were found that speak of commercial contact between South India and Romans. Like this, the remains found at excavations tell many things that were lost over a period of time. Children, in today's class we have learnt about oral literature and archaeological sources. I hope you would have understood all the concept. Shall we move on to the question hour? The first question is, which source has more reliability for writing history? The answer is, inscriptions have more reliability for writing history. Inscriptions have more reliability for writing history. Second question, what are inscriptions? Inscriptions mean engraved writing. Inscriptions are written on stone, rock, metal, ivory, terracotta and other materials that last longer. What are inscriptions? The answer is, inscriptions mean engraved writing. They are written on stone, rock, metal, ivory, terracotta and other materials which last longer. What is called as excavation, children? The answer is, the hidden things in the earth are dug out by using scientific methods. This process is called as excavation. The answer, the hidden things in the earth are dug out by using scientific methods. This process is called as excavation. Fourth question, which are the four types of archaeological sources? The four types of archaeological sources are inscriptions, coins, monuments and other ruins. Answer is, the four types of archaeological sources are inscriptions, coins, monuments and other ruins. And the last question, which are the major sources to write history? Monuments are the major sources to write history. Which are the major sources to write history? Monuments are the major sources to write history. Children, watch this video repeatedly. Do your homework on time and submit it. Write your classwork neatly. And you have to submit when I am mentioning you. So by this lesson, that is fourth lesson, we have completed in social science. Keep reading regularly because you'll be having formative assessment 1 very soon. Thank you, children.